Peace, wholeness, love, and light. I am Nudiamonds here with the energy reading for Taurus new moon. Okay, I hope everyone out there is doing well. And yes, let's jump right on into it. Okay, super excited to be in this beautiful new energy. It is officially the new year. Okay, we got the new moon settling in, and it's all about renewing yourself, rejuvenation. Okay, what things are you letting go of to have this new beginning? Okay, what have you sacrificed to be here? And it's time to celebrate, right? It's time to dance, it's time to have fun, it's time to release, right? And embrace this new beginning that we are entering in, this new cycle, right? We close out that old chapter. All of those old things are done. We overcome the obstacles. Now, what's next, right? You're at the top of the mountain. You finally climbed the mountain. What do you see next on your journey? What level are you headed to next, right? We're headed to the top, right? From the bottom to the top, okay? So this new moon will be occurring at the 7th degree. 7th degree is all about, law, justice, ma'at, balancing, right? Relationships. So what do you value in yourself, right? How's your relationship with yourself, right? How are you tapping into your true values, right? And what are your other relationships valued in? That's something that we need to be thinking about, right? How was this relationship built and what was this relationship built on, right? And we will see old things of that old system start to fall, right? If it was built off of false values, ulterior motives, only wanting someone for one type of thing, okay? All of that will slowly start to dwindle, and people who are of high value, who value themselves, right? On this new high elevated royal rulership level will be elevated. Okay, so if you've been doing that shadow work, right, if you've been doing this internal healing, right, that is the true value. That is how you truly elevate. And this is all about that renewed sense of being, that sense of freedom you get after doing that internal work, right? That sense of freedom after working on a project for so long and it's finally complete, right? So the healing work is done, right? We built our foundation and we have this newfound relationship with ourselves, this newfound relationship with our inner child, right? This newfound relationship with our masculine, this newfound relationship with our feminine, and this newfound relationship with our higher self, right? And this is all sending us higher to connect with the divine, source, creator, universe, Allah, God, Brahman, whatever you want to call this beautiful, benevolent energy that is here for us and works with us to help us ascend higher. Okay, so yes, the interesting thing that I noticed about this new moon is that it will be occurring at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, so there is that 7-7, right, at the 7th degree at 7 p.m. and it's happening on 4/27. So we have that 777 factor, that divine, number, everything in sevens, the 7 chakras, the 7 days of the week, the 7 seals, right? The 7 trumpets, right? The 7 is just a lot of different things that happen in 7 that lets you know that it is divine, right? The 7 colors, right, on the light prism. So it is just time that we get in tune with our inner divinity, right? This is the time where our inner divinity will start to make itself known, make itself present. So pay attention to all of the signs, the symbols, and the synchronicities that you are receiving, as it is a way for a spirit to confirm certain things for you at this time, okay? But yeah, you may even be seeing angel numbers. I'm looking down in my notes. And this is a completion of something from the last from the last 6 months, right? So whatever was going on during the Taurus full moon, right, 6 months ago, this is a completion of that cycle, and we're ending out that cycle with a new, refresh, rebirth sense of ourself, right? And this is all due to that balance, right? Tapping into that inner stardom and doing the alchemy work that it takes to shine even brighter at this time, okay? So yeah, there's also a fixed cross within this energy, right? And if you know anything about fixed crosses, they are all about discipline, purging, releasing, getting in tune so you can be great, right? Don't look at this inner work as, oh man, I gotta do the why I gotta, as a burden. Look at it as something that is helping you to elevate at this time, right? And I feel like if you already been doing this internal work, then it's nothing, right? You're not looking at it as a burden. You're already elevating, you're already on the next level, and you're already seeing results from you doing that internal work. So this is where we start to see a little glimmer of hope, right? A little glimpse of those rewards that are going to start to come in, right? You may feel extremely high vibrational due to this cleansing, due to this purging. I will highly recommend detoxing, right? Whatever detox you feel called to do. I just detox my scalp, y'all. Oh my goodness. I feel like a new woman, okay? So detoxing your crown, detoxing your mind, right? Detoxing from electronics, detoxing from food, detoxing from negativity, right? Anything that you feel called to detox from, I suggest do it. That is going to get you higher and closer to the divine, okay? Give you a sense of justice, give you a sense of victory. That's also attributed to that 7. For the sacrifice and discipline that you have made, right? So I say that because of that fixed cross energy. We have Pluto in Aquarius at the 3rd degree. We have Lilith in Scorpio at the 3rd degree, right? So this is all about tapping into that mind, right? How are you tapping into an intelligent way of healing yourself for the future, right? Doing that internal shadow work and not being ashamed of healing yourself as well. Okay, then we also have Mars in Leo at the 4th degree, right? So this is all about being centered and grounded in your heart, right? What is your heart calling you to do? What is your heart's desires? What is your spirit? What is your inner child longing for, right? Love, attention. Give it the right attention. Give it the right love, right? And then also, we have the sun and the moon at the 7th degree in Taurus. Not to mention, we also have Uranus in Taurus. So this is all about being centered in your authentic self and balancing your emotions and your heart at this time to elevate and be one with the Most High. All right. That heart and that mind and that body and that soul being aligned to tap in with the divine. Okay. All right, so I'm going to show you guys a chart. Here is what the chart looks like. All right, you guys can see that fixed cross energy. A lot of energy on this, closing out this old cycle and tapping into this new cycle. And your soul may be calling you to tap into your more spiritual side of yourself, getting more in tune with your spirit. Okay, just listen to that inner calling. Like I said, I just washed my hair, right? So my hair is still wet. So things are still drying, right? Things are still clearing out, right? And we are embracing that, integrating that energy at this time. So don't try to rush things. Go with the flow and embrace everything. Everything is happening in divine order. Everything is happening in divine timing. Just be patient and things will fall into place as they need to at a divine time. Okay, I can't stress that enough. Being patient with yourself, giving yourself grace. And when you plant a seed, it doesn't grow overnight, right? When you plant a physical seed in the ground, if I want to grow some strawberries and I plant strawberry seeds, I'm not going to go outside and they're not going to be blooming and growing the next day, right? Unless a miracle happens, but let's be grounded in reality, in the physical. It takes at least a year and a half, minimum a year and a half to see harvest, right? So being patient with yourself and waiting for things to bloom in divine timing, okay? And we're not even talking about trees. We're just talking about little seeds, little fruits, little vegetables. If you're planting a tree, right, healing yourself generationally, that takes even longer to clear out certain things that has happened, right? But everything is happening in divine order. Just have trust in yourself, and trust in the divine, and know that everything is going according to divine plan, okay? So yeah, I said this could be when you're nailed to the cross, right? Because of that fixed cross energy. Like I said, if you haven't been doing that detox work, that shadow work, a lot of things could be coming up, being revealed to you within yourself. A lot of things could be coming up and revealing themselves to you. So this could be other people, things outside of you, a lot of distractions. Don't get distracted. Stay focused, okay? Also, this could be the crossover for the rebirth, right? So if you've been feeling this new sense of self, you are crossing over. Give yourself grace and patience. Take it easy, one step at a time. Breathe, right? In through your nose and out through your mouth. And being grateful and being present and being centered and being thankful, right? Being still, right? I feel like that's another thing Spirit wants us to do. That's another thing I've been called to do, is just to be still, resting, and embrace this beautiful energy, because soon as we recognize the moment has passed, right? So the present is already the past, right? And we have to be grateful for the present, because being in the presence is a present, right? So that is the gift. That is the true value, right? Being aware, being conscious, being healthy, right? Those are things that I deem valuable. Those are things that you should be deeming valuable, right? Shout out to Soul Tribe. I already know. Y'all already know what time it is, right? We are of a higher vibration. We're tapping into true value, which is health. Health is wealth, right? Because if I got $1 million and I'm sick, bedridden, I can't spend it anyway, right? So this is all about focusing on your health. And health isn't just about, oh, I look good. No, right? How is your mental health, right? Are you grounded? Are you centered? Are you elevated and connected with the divine? Spiritual health, right? How's your physical health, right? Can you walk a mile? Can you run a mile, right? Can you run up a hill without getting winded? I'm still working on that one, y'all. I'm talking to myself, all right? I used to be able to run a mile, right? 5 minutes, done. Now it's so getting back in tune with that physical health, right? Emotional health, right? How are you emotionally, right? How are you sexually, right? And sexually creative health, right? You ain't got to be no bunny rabbit, right? You ain't got to be no prude either. It's all about balance, right? For my people who are celibate and for my people who are sexually active, it's all about a balance, right? Because you don't want to drain yourself out, and you also don't want to cultivate so much energy you don't know what to do with yourself. So it's all about releasing that energy in a healthy way. Okay? Balance. That's 7. Balancing them scales that my aunt, right? To have true justice for yourself and within yourself at this time. Okay? Adjusting things as they need to be adjusted. Okay? All right. And then I said the resurrection. Like I said, that rebirth, feeling restored, renewed, rejuvenated. Woo! My crown is crispy. Feel rejuvenated, right? Ooh, goodness gracious. I damn near had an orgasm washing my hair. So, oh my God, this feels so good. It needed to be detoxed, y'all. My crown needed to be detoxed. It's a difference between washing, cleansing something, and detoxing and fasting it, right? Levels, getting to the bottom of things, right? The bare root, the bottom, the root. Grounded, the roots, getting deep down in there, right? Not just washing this and thinking it's good. No, the root need to be cleansed, need to be detoxed. Getting out in your garden, uprooting them weeds, right? Unless you've grown weeds for medicinal purposes only. That's a whole nother story, all right? It's all part of getting in tune with yourself, getting into with nature, right? In this Taurus season. How's your relationship with Daughter Earth, with Mama Universe, with Father Spirit, with your masculine, your feminine, right? Your divine essence to create and to connect with the all at this time. Okay? Also, tapping into that subconscious mind, right? Are you able to deep dive into your subconscious mind and sit in that stream of consciousness? Okay, now, I had to give y'all some time to think. I heard a lot of yeses and I heard a few, I don't really sit with my subconscious mind. That's something that everyone should start doing. Sitting with themselves, meditating, breathing, praying, and really getting down to the root, right? Get into your subconscious mind. There's a lot of things that are hidden in the subconscious that are being released and being revealed right now, right? So when you get triggered, right? When you feel angry, when you feel these certain emotions that throw you out of your frequency, get to the root, right? There's a subconscious pin connected to that emotion, right? And it's all about tapping into your emotional intelligence as well, right? Oh, I'm angry. Why am I angry? Because this, and this. Well, this really stems from this, and this. All right, so that's something that was embedded in my subconscious mind that I didn't even know I was reacting to due to this past experience. And it's okay, we all at different levels. I'm not saying that you're totally healed, right? We're still learning, we're still growing every day. But the first step is being aware, right? Being aware, oh, that triggered me, right? Instead of just, flipping over tables, acting like that bull in the China house, right? Taurus season. No, it's like, let me, the bulls, they give you them signs, they blow out that steam, right? That foot, I could charge you, but I'm not going to charge. I'm going to just simply grace, right? Depending on what it is. I'm not saying let nobody disrespect you. Like I said, it's balance, justice, ma'at, victory, right? Law, religion, balancing the scales, okay? For your growth. This is a new you. This is the rebirth, all right? So you got to get down to that subconscious to move forward in the future, okay? For that change, right? Because things are changing, right? And we want things to be changing for the good, things elevating and changing for the better, right? Not just changing and then everything is chaos, not changing for chaos because we're not paying attention, right? Like I said, just flashing on people. No, I want to be changing for the better. I want to be growing for the better, right? Okay. I have authentic values of self. I know I will have what I desire. Hold on. Let me drink my bitter tea. It's acacia tea. Ain't no joke. Y'all see. Ooh. Y'all ain't seen me make that face in a while, but I put some acacia in here. If you know about acacia, you already know. Okay. Acacia niotica. Y'all could look it up. If you have any further questions about it, I'll put the name of it down in the description box. But it's a very universal seed that helps you grow. Okay. All right. But I said, I have authentic values of self. I know I will have what I desire. Okay. My relationship with self and something unexpected will happen due to your values, right? A sense of manifestation, something manifesting. And like I said, this could go both ways. If you've been working hard, your 9 to 5, working, but putting in the work, putting in OT, right? Working on that overtime, right? Because Taurus is also work, getting things done, right? What are you working on, right? You could get a promotion. You could get a raise. You could get a bonus, unexpected money coming in, right? Or if you've been pouring into yourself, detoxing, showing yourself self-love, self-grace, right? You could feel this sense of relief. Could hit the jackpot, you never know. In the physical, spiritual, mental, relationship way, right? Not letting anybody come into your energy. Did you hear what I said? Not letting anybody come into your energy, right? You are not for everyone, right? You are high value. And when you're high value, you are in a safe place, right? You are protected and you are covered because you are loved, right? So everybody doesn't deserve access to you, right? Everybody's not going to get you, and you are not for everybody. Because and it's not a sense of I'm better than anyone. Oh, I know. No, it's a difference between confidence and arrogance and cockiness, right? But when you know you deserve more, like, no, I put in the work. Like, I got straight A's on this test. I'm going to reward myself because I deserve it. Okay? And I'm going to leave that there. Okay? All right. So, yeah, those were kind of like the main thing I was getting. I have authentic values of myself, right? I know I will have what I desire. My tapping into the relationship with myself, and that's going to radiate out, right? Whether it's with friends, family, the divine, a lover, a business relationship, right? Spirit guides, ancestors, right? Tapping into that relationship with yourself is going to help all of these things grow. The ripple effect, the domino effect, the butterfly effect. Okay? All right. And then something unexpected. I'm doubling down. That's why I said it twice. Something unexpected will happen due to your values. A sense of manifestation, a sense of miracles, a sense of Big Mama's magic, okay? The divine spirit working its magic. Okay, so whatever you deem valuable, you will start to see a peak. Like I said, the peak, a peak, or the peak at the top, right? So you're able to see, you'll be able to see a little sham, okay? Right? And it's really given in all ways, right? So don't be looking at it from one stream, right? Like it's going to come from here, it's going to come from here. No, be open to it all. Expect nothing to receive everything. Okay? That's how you break out of this loop, right? This karmic loop, and get in tune with the Most High, as above, so below, right? All right, now. So yeah, that was kind of like my chart breakdown, things that I seen, intuitive messages. I'm going to get into my meditation, and that was kind of like the bulk of the message was intuitive messages and channeled messages that I received. So I feel like this will also be a time where a lot of you, like I said, will be getting a lot of confirmation from the divine on whatever it is that you're working on, working towards, whatever questions you have. You know, get really in tune with yourself, and a lot of those answers that you are seeking, you can get answers to in prayer or meditation or just sitting with yourself. Also, we all know the great divine speak through signs. It was 2, 3, 4, 5 on the clock. Wow. The great divine speaks through signs, right? So you may be seeing number frequencies, hearing songs that have a specific message, certain animals. Just pay attention to everything at this time, okay? Everything has a message for us. It's up to us to decode it and decipher it at this time, all right? Okay, so the first thing that I seen when I went into a meditation for this beautiful energy was a butterfly. And we all know that butterflies represent oh wow. It's a singing bowl playing in the background. I love that. Transformation. That's what I was going to say. It's a lot. Just embracing it all. Very healing moment, right? Because butterflies are a sense of evolution and growth, right? So they start off as the larvae, right? The worm in the, the little, I can't move, I can't do nothing, right? It's 4 stages. The larvae, the seed, right? Then it's the caterpillar, right? The worm, I can move, I can grow, I can walk, I can look up, I can turn my head, right? Then it's that cocoon phase. I'm going inward. I'm getting in tune with myself. I'm clearing out all of this old gunk, releasing all of this old gunk to be this new me, right? To be free, to be upgraded. And that is the butterfly, right? And the butterfly represents transformation, new growth, new beginnings, alchemy, and a sense of freedom, right? A sense of divine being, a sense of just going with the flow, right? Because butterflies, they just float. They're like so light, right? The light, right? And weight and in light spectrum, right? Shining, bright, light, right? A whole lot of different metaphors and stuff popping up. But yeah, the butterfly being free, right? And this may be a time where you're getting in tune with yourself and you're breaking free from those old things. And you may not be able to recognize that you're a butterfly now, right? Because butterflies can't see their own wings. They don't know what color their wings are, right? They just fly freely, and we are all unique. We are all different. And that's what our true value is, being our authentic self, no matter what that looks like, okay? I had also seen a flower, and it was a yellow daisy, right? And I'm like, wow, it was beautiful. It was like, it gave me a sense of Venus, right? Because it was 5 petals. So that love, that abundance, that growth, that money, and Venus is attributed to Taurus as well. But it represents new beginnings, purity, and true love, right? This growth, this divine love, this divine energy that dwells within all of us, that helps us rise every day, right? Helps the sun rise every day, or the earth turn every day, whichever perspective you want to look at it, okay? And then yellow is that solar plexus energy. So tapping into your true power, right? Also, like I said, detoxing, because the solar plexus is in your stomach, right? And that's your first brain, that gut feeling, right? I got a gut feeling. Oh, my intuition, right? This inner knowing, right? They energy not right. They energy off, something off, right? Ooh, you can feel the tension up in here, right? Ooh, you can cut the tension with a knife, right? You can just feel it. It's an inner knowing. An inner knowing, right? And that's from tapping into that solar plexus, right? And clearing out that gut so that microbiome could send the right messages to your central nervous system to connect to your brain. So that way you get these intuitive messages clearly, right? And not feeding parasitic energy that could be lying dormant or lying in your stomach, right? Microbiome. All right, so this is all about clearing things to get in tune, right? Okay. Then I said the flower made me think of a lotus, right? So your crown opening up, our crowns opening up to be one with the divine, and also a sunflower, right? And sunflowers, they have that sense of melanin in the middle, that solar panel, right? For that yellow to bloom, right? And they also follow the sun, absorbing the sun. Getting a sense of like photosynthesis, right? That chlorella, right? That chlorophyll. So if you guys want to do a quick little detox, I suggest maybe getting some spirulina, chlorella, chlorophyll, and sea moss, and drink that 3 times a day. I'm hearing 3 times a day for some of you to detox for 3 days. And you'll start to feel lighter, brighter, right? because that's like direct. That's like melanin in a cup, right? Okay. And then not worrying about things that happened in the past. So letting go of old things that happened in the past. Okay? And I say that because during my meditation, I was worried about my kids, right? Because they were in the background making noise. And the spirit was like, why are you worried about that? And I'm like, oh yeah, like, hello, like they're not going to burn down the house. Like it's Gucci. And the spirit was like, that's part of the message. And I'm like, oh, that is part of the message. Like we worried about things in the background, the past, right? Don't worry about things in the past. Don't worry about things in the background. Stay focused. Let these things go, right? We can't take these old things on this new journey that we're headed to, right? And this is where we release and surrender and let go of that old baggage to tap into this new sense of self. Okay. All right. Then I seen a vase. I seen a vase for the flowers, right? That I seen, because this is still talking about the flowers, because I was meditating and I seen a flower and then I heard my children, distractions, right? So not letting things outside of you distract you, right? I didn't hear no glass break. It wasn't nothing serious. Even though we know kids, they like to get into stuff, right? They be into stuff 5 seconds, or you blink, they already. Anyway, right? So this is about letting go of that fear, letting go of worrying, letting go of doubt, right? Within yourself and within outside things. Just letting go and releasing. Mind the business that pays you. Okay? The vase to put the flowers in. Okay. And what is a vase? I love this. I love this. What is a vase? A vase isn't just to hold the flowers, right? It's multidimensional. It helps stand the flowers up, right? Center the flowers, right? Give them nourishment from the water and also protect the flowers, right? So you are divinely protected. You are divinely guided, right? And you have been put in this safe space because you are loved and cared for and valued. All right, you are of value. I can't stress this enough. All right, I done gave y'all flowers. If you ain't seen my Receive Your Flowers video, to receive your flowers, right? I see you, I hear you, I love you, right? We are growing and glowing at this time, and we are blooming as well. All right, no more doom and gloom. We are in full bloom. Okay. And this will also give you a sense of clarity, right? Because vases are most times clear and you can see through them. So clear. So a clear sense of inner knowing, right? A clear sense of clarity, right? Those clairs as well, those gifts being seen, coming to the forefront, right? Clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyant, claircognizant, right? Clairtangency, sense of touch, right? Clairsalient, I think that's the sense of smell. It's like a whole bunch of clairs, but it's really your senses being so enhanced, right? That you can feel things, right? That inner knowing, right? That and being an empath, right? I could just feel that energy, right? So being mindful of that, because you're going to get a more clear mind. And with that clear mind, that clarity is going to be a lot of things that come more clear to you. You'll be like, why? It's a reason why. So pay attention. Okay. I also said that I seen a house. Let me see. Does this look like a house? Well, it kind of does. So, yeah, I just seen like a house. I seen like a foundation of a house. And then I seen like an eye. I seen like an eye in the house, right? So, a house, we all know that's the foundation, right? Family, and being centered, right? And then I also seen an eye. So really focusing on your foundation at this time, right? Whether that be yourself, whether that be your physical family, whether that be your physical home, right? Home is where the heart is. So focusing on your heart and getting in tune with that at this time as well. Your core values, right? And then as I seen this house, the roof was illuminated. So that gave me a sense of the crown, right? And also, what is the roof? The roof protects the home, right? So it's this protection, right? This extra layer of protection, right? Through the storm, right? So you endured the storm and you are divinely protected. All right. Then I seen the windows of the house. Like Spirit put me in a house and then it was just illuminating everything. So paying attention to everything in your surroundings, like I said, it's going to be a message for you in everything or anything. So take what resonates. Okay. But yeah, I seen a window. And like I said, I also seen the eyes. So eyes are windows to the soul, right? And a window, what does a window do? A window is multifunctional, right? It's so you can see, right, on the outside, so you can let light in. It's also to protect. It's also to see things clearly, right? It's clear, see-through glass, right? So being able to be at one point and still see outside, right? So taking a step back and looking at things from a different point of view, right? And then I also said this could be you building the foundation to your future, right? Because Spirit, I rarely see houses when I meditate, but I feel like that's part of this Taurus energy, right? Is that foundation, making sure your foundation is set, working on your foundation, okay? Which is you. And you can get a peek at your future when you work on your true intentions that lie within your soul, your heart, your spirit, right? What is this rooted in? And then you can go from there, right? Taking a look in the mirror, that reflection. Who am I? Really, down to my core. All right. This is like separate shadow work or separate self work, healing work, journal work y'all can do on the side. When I ask y'all questions, y'all can write them down. And then just kind of go over those and ask yourself these questions. Because I ask myself these questions all the time. Okay. And that's how you get in tune with who you truly are and your true values, your core values. Okay. What is it centered in? What is this video centered in? My intentions is to help everyone grow, love, and bloom and shine. Be an inspiration, be motivation, right? I'm just a piece to the puzzle, a piece to the wholeness, and I want to bring love and light and reciprocate that energy, right? As the energy is reciprocated to me, right? In energetic ways, physical ways, spiritual ways. Okay? All right. I put Clark. Oh, I put dark. Oh yeah, cause after this part, after I seen the house, everything went dark. So the energy was shifting at that point in time. And then I seen a spirit. And then I seen like this source, universal God spirit outside of the house, right? And it was going around the house, right? And you're still inside your house, but the divine is surrounding you. And then I seen the figure around the house, wandering around the house. And then as I begin to look, because I'm like, what the hell is this? I started to I'm like, is this like an intruder? Like, and Spirit was like, stop it. Like, you always thinking the worst. And then I seen Source doing this, painting the house. And I was like, oh, this is just beautiful. This is just your homecoming, your home going, right? What is that? A housewarming gift, right? You're painting the house. The divine was painting the house while you were inside of the house working on the interior. The divine was coating this foundation with another layer of paint, another layer of light, another layer of color, another layer of protection. And when I seen it, I was like, oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. The divine is helping us build this house, helping us build this new foundation, right? And the foundation is already set. We just building on it now. And the divine is coming in like, okay, wait, hold on. Let me help you paint this, right? Painting a different picture to see the bigger picture. Okay? The divine is painting the house while you're working on it, building it. Okay, the divine grabbing a paintbrush and painting a blank canvas, right? So this is a new beginning, right? Then I seen divine light. And I seen like a zigzag, right? That reminds me of like electricity, divine power, divine light, right? Lightning, right? So this could be something shocking coming in. This could be something enlightening coming in. This could be something divine. Like I said, something unexpected will happen due to your values, right? And that's just an intuitive message I got. Then I'm doing my meditation and I see lightning. I see the Z. And I'm like, okay, I know the lightning represents multiple things. But normally when lightning strikes, it's that shock. It's that unexpected, right? Sometimes you don't hear the thunder. You just see the lightning. Okay? So that I feel like that's the message. And you're going to see a lot of synchronicities. And you're going to get a lot of confirmation. So that was Spirit doubling down on that again. Okay? Because I've seen the letter Z, right? And the letter Z is the N. It's the last letter in the alphabet. So this is the last bit of that cycle. We're tapping into this new cycle, right? Tapping into new values of ourselves, right? And being more balanced to tap into our true power. Because I'm breaking down the numerology of the letter Z, and it's 2 and 6. 2 is values, right? And 6 is all about that balance, that health, that wealth, that perfection, that analyzing things, right? But then 2 and 6 is 8. And 8 is all about alchemy and power and restoring and merging, right? Unexpected things happening, mysterious things happening, right? Breaking out of that old loop to tap into this new ascended timeline. And you don't know what's on this new ascended timeline. You haven't been there yet, right? That's why some things are kept secret. Some things that are sacred are kept secret for a reason, right? We don't know where you're going. We can't show you where you're going because we walking there right now. You're on the journey right now. Nobody's ever walked this journey before. You're taking a road less traveled. Okay? So just be patient and embrace what is coming toward you at this time. Okay? I also seen the letter N, right? Because if you turn the Z, it looks like the letter N. And end, right? The end, or going in, right? Up and down, right? Things going up and down, like the letter N, or things going left and right, left and right. And for me, that represents as above, so below, as within, so without, right? Having that full circle wholeness, holistic perspective of things. 360. Okay? Then I seen a high heel, right? And whenever I see high heels, my mind goes bonkers because it's a shoe, but it's a high heel, right? That high heel. So you're healing yourself, right? On a higher level, high heel, right? Also, it's a shoe. So you're taking a step forward. You're going somewhere, right? And then a high heel, this could be seen as a platform. So going up, taking the next step up, right? Going up that ladder, right? A shoe. Ending, closing, walking away from something, right? To gain a new perspective. Okay. Also a high heel, climbing up a mountain, a high heel, right? A pyramid. Okay. Then it turned into like the Big Dipper. And I was like, wait a minute. Spirit. This is some. So we going from the bottom to the top. Literally. From the bottom of the chute to the stars in the skies. Right? The Big Dipper. And what is the Big Dipper associated with? The Ursa Minor. That is the Big Bear constellation, right? Which is connected to Leo, right? And the Big Dipper also governs spring, summer, winter, and fall, which looks like the SWAT sticker when it goes in each season, right? Go look it up. Do your research. All right, this is stuff that our ancestors used. They didn't have technology. They would look up at the stars. Okay, the Big Dipper is facing down, so that means that it is winter, right? When the Big Dipper is facing up, that means that it is spring, right? Things are pouring in. The water is being poured in for the flowers to grow. Okay, and Big Dipper, right? Big tipper, okay? Big money, big dipping. Dip, baby, dip, okay? If you know, you know. All right. Then also a Big Dipper, it looks like a cup, right? The Big Dipper is a cup, a measuring cup, right? And I still don't know what that one meant. I was trying to break that down, but like I said, something pouring into something, measuring, alchemy. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit said alchemy, right? When you're creating something, you need a measuring cup to measure out the equation, a calculation, how much, the volume, right? You need 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, 1 full cup, half a cup, what you need for the ingredients, right? For the recipe, right? We cooking, right? You need the right ingredients for it to come out the right way. Otherwise, it can be muffins, it could be pancakes, it could be a scone, it could be a biscuit, right? It could be a cookie, depending on what ingredients you use and how much of the ingredients that you use, right? But they all taste good. Spirit said they all taste good. Okay? All right, so a measuring cup. Then I seen a snake with a tongue, right? So the measuring cup turned into the mouth of a snake, and then I seen a tongue like, blah. And I'm like, okay, all right. Tasting something. We all know Taurus is all about the food, right? That's why I probably went in on the food, the measuring cup so much. All right, getting a taste. All right, the tongue. And then when I think of a snake, when it flicks his tongue, it's like, coming in. It's like tasting the air, like getting a feel for the environment, like also like a sense of endearment, right? Because I'm thinking of like when I'm seeing a snake wrapped around somebody's hand and it's like licking their hand, right? Because snakes don't always bite. Like people always like to associate snakes with, fear. But I know some people who have snakes and snakes can be very gentle. Yes, I mean, a snake is a snake. Don't get surprised if you get bit. But not everything is made the same, right? And the snake that Spirit showed me, it wasn't biting. It was flicking out his tongue. Could be a warning, right? But for me, this gave me a sense of endearment. The green and the red, right? That love, that rose, right? Okay. With his mouth open. And then it turned into lips. Like the snake got lips, y'all. And then it was doing kissy. And whenever I see kissy lips, I know that's divine love. I know off top. So the divine loves you. I love you. If you ain't had nobody tell you they love you today, I love you. All right. I love y'all dearly. And y'all know I mean this, right? All the conversations we be having in the chat, all the conversations we be having in the comments. I appreciate y'all so much. If nobody has told you, I appreciate you. And I thank y'all and I show gratitude for y'all. Okay? But yeah, this is some form of divine love and synchronicities. Okay. I kept getting like this divine union, this divine love, this divine partnership energy as well. So yeah, if that resonates with some of you, it resonates. But that's the energy that I kept getting. This could be you being more in tune with yourself, you finding more love for yourself, having more love for yourself, self-love, self-care, right? Or if you're in a relationship with someone, this could be you guys' bond getting more closer, right? If you're single and looking for someone, you could, keep your eyes open. And if you're single, you're not looking for someone, keep focusing on yourself. Okay? But I kept getting like synchronicities during my meditation. Like I was hearing love as I was seeing divine love, right? It was a movie playing in the background. As soon as I was seeing kissy lips, I heard the word love and I was like, oh, that's divine love. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm getting confirmation on this outside, right? So you could be seeing things in doubles, deja vu, confirmation, synchronicities. Pay attention, okay? Then I said divine alignment, because everything is always in divine alignment. All right. It's just about being at the right place at the right time. That's probably how this is going to happen. Right. Union synced. Right. So this could be within yourself. You feeling more secure within yourself, self-security, right? And one with yourself, more whole. And then energy, right? Because, love is of the highest vibration, right? Divine love, divine union, a divine partner, and just being one with yourself and loving yourself. Like, I authentically love myself. Ooh, that feels good. I'm getting chills going up my spine. It wasn't always like this. See, dang, Spirit. Spirit said, talk about it. Yeah, I didn't always love myself, right? I didn't always know my true value, know my true worth. I've just been deep diving into self-love over these past like 5 years, right? Getting more in tune with my true value. And my true value isn't rooted in what I have or what I can do for people, or how much money I have. Those are things that are deemed valuable in this 3D realm. But I like the value of my heart. I like the value of my mind, right? The value of intelligence and the value of relationship with the Most High. That's first for me, right? That's what I value. How tapped in am I with the Most High? That doesn't make me or break me, but I love that connection, right? And that's something that I would deem valuable in a partner. You got to be tapped in with the Most High. You got to be tapped in with yourself, etc., etc. Okay? But this is about self-love first. Self-love. Okay? All right. Big love. Okay? Divine intervention. All right? Divinely favored. So the divine favors its chosen ones, right? We get shown favor all the time. Like I said, unexpected things happening. I just had somebody buy me something in a store, right? They didn't accept Apple Pay. I was like, what? that some man behind me, I'll buy it for you. I'm like, oh, I was not expecting it. I got money. Okay. Don't get it twisted. I ain't no, I ain't no bum. But it was just the act of kindness. And then Spirit said, yeah, you never know who's watching you. These are angelic frequencies and angelic entities that are always surrounding you, are always divinely protected, always divinely guided. Right? And keep operating from your heart, because you never know when something good is going to come back to you. Right? And pay it forward. Because the other day in the grocery store, I seen a man and he only had a sandwich, a little $5 sandwich. And I had hella groceries. I was like, you know what? Go in front of me. Then I looked and I seen, I'm like, you got this little $5 sandwich? He was like, yeah. I was like, I'll pay for you. He was like, what? I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. $5, you know? So I was just reciprocating that beautiful, benevolent energy. And it wasn't to get anything out of it. I just felt out of the generosity of my heart to do that, right? Random. And the cashier said, a random act of kindness. So it's, this energy is always being reciprocated. And I felt so good. I was on one yesterday, y'all. If y'all see my videos, you already know I was on one yesterday, okay? But it was that divine spirit, right? That divine love, that divine essence that is present. Okay? All right now. Something or someone is going to come in for the chosen ones. And why did I say that? Because as soon as I closed out my meditation, I heard a knock at my door. Doot, doot, doot. And I said, come in. Are you ready to receive? I hope so. It's a lot of abundance. A lot of beautiful opportunities are coming in for you. A lot of abundance and a lot of beautiful opportunities are coming in for you. Are you ready to receive? Get ready to receive. I'm telling y'all, spring is here. It's a new beginning. Embrace it. Okay? I said multiple things and people and opportunities are coming in. Get ready. All right. So those are the notes. Okay. I want to go over numerology really quick. 3 kept popping up. Okay, so you could be seeing 333. You could be seeing numbers of 3303. 4s kept popping up. 44, 444, 404. And then 7s kept popping up. So 77, 777. All right, and these are all divine numeric frequencies. Okay, you guys. So continue to build on your foundation. Continue to grow. Continue to love. Continue to shine your light. And there's new things that are happening for us, around us, within us at this time. I hope you guys are ready to receive all of this beautiful abundance that is coming in for us. Things are about to change. Things are about to shift. So just sit back and get ready to watch these things unfold. All right, you guys. So yeah, the main notes was stay grounded, stay disciplined, stay balanced. A victory is coming in for you. There's going to be beautiful opportunities, mystical, magical things happening, unexpected things happening. So expect the unexpected, or expect nothing at all to receive everything. Okay. And just be one, sit still with yourself and be patient and give yourself grace and love. All right, you guys, that is my Taurus new moon energy reading. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. And yeah, I love y'all. Catch you on the next one. Peace.